Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allow me to present our program community service of Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. The topic is literacy of bullying practice and its impact to students on SMA Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. The introduction, we know the bullying practice among students are still often found in schools. The perpetrators, the victims are usually familiar with each other. In the world of friendship, victims of bullying are sometimes unnoticed by the perpetrators and are not even considered psychology and legally anomalous behavior. For example, in fact, legal protection for victims of bullying is still very minimal. Most of students still don't understand what offenses are in the criminal codes, child protection of law, or the definition and action of that are categorized as a bullying practice. There are two partner issues. Number one, the lack of knowledge of constitutional rights related to bullying practice among high junior school of the student Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. And the second problem, the lack of legal awareness regarding how to fight for rights and advocate for themselves if they are victims of bullying practices. And now we're going to the result and discussion of this program. Number one, interactive dialogues. The topics, the leak and prohibition of bullying practice among students in Indonesian positive legal or regulation. During this activity on March and the 7th date, 2025, and the classroom of SMA Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, an interactive dialogues was held in from class discussion with students and several teacher representatives are participant. The resource person presented was an advocate and also an academic, namely Dr. Hasrul Buamuna. The delivery or materials includes the definition of bullying practice, how the definition of victim and perpetrators of bullying practice, related offense and regulation, the categories of bullying practice, and criminal or legal sanction that can be imposed on perpetrators or bullying practice, the scope of victims' right protected by law including the subject on the law number 35 of 2014 concerning child protection. And then subtopic legal counseling, how the advocacy strategy to settle bullying cases in the school. In this activity, in this topic, after the participant, we were equipped with basic capacity related to basic knowledge and bullying offense in the child protection law, criminal code, and ITE law. Student and school representatives needed to be given understanding of strategies and follow-up to resolve bullying cases at the school. Of this session, the facilitator presented an advocate and academic person, namely Dr. Faisal Sulaiman, as a resource person. The material presented include the methods of investigating problem, how to identify motive and factor that cause bullying cases to occur, how to report the legal process against the perpetrator, whether the school can be subject to legal sanction. The activity was packed in a limited related to a dialogue interactive discussion. So we can get the conclusion is this program addressing bullying cases requires synergy and collaboration between schools, students, and parents. In addition, it required knowledge and legal awareness for parents, teachers, students, and school stakeholders to understand how dangerous bullying practice are for the future of the student. The number of bullying practice in school is in effect still quite high and involve students either as perpetrator or victims. Even teachers are not spared to be victims. Schools have a constitutional responsibility to address this. Inappropriate use of the internet, of the world of social media, also they contribute greatly, especially if students who from the beginning didn't get attention of good character education from the nuclear family. Finally, we would like express our appreciation and gratitude to the Community Service Institute of Universitas Muhammadiyah of Yogyakarta, which has been willing to fund the implementation of this. Our gratitude also goes to headmaster and all teachers of SMA Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta for their participation or cooperation as a partner of this service involved in this service activity. UM-nya ada, masyarakat berdaya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allow me to